Hey there, unstuckers. This is Cel. Welcome to Casual Friday, where we take a mo to have a mini mastermind to problem solve, set goals, and keep the ball rolling on our own businesses. This week on the podcast, we talked to Grace Marshall, author of Struggle. She helped me out with my struggle this past Wednesday, so if you missed that episode, go back, check it out. Hey Josh, what's up?
Man, I love the exaggerated hey, and the struggle. You are in full broadcaster mode, and I just ruined it by commenting on it. Sorry.
Jeez, man. I mean,
I'm good. How are you, Chow?
we had a voice lesson. Oh, that we don't know about yet. Ooh, sprinkles.
You keep you keep sprinkling the coming soon accidentally on Casual Friday.
Man, I'm unhinged. I'm like 3 sips of beer in. Shit's wild, you know?
Look, I'm a whole bottle down of kombucha, so
That
you
probably has
know.
more alcohol than my beer.
This is important. We must find
Oh
this
my
out.
god.
We got this out of the podcast, but hold on. It is 5% juice.
5% juice.
I don't know. I don't actually want to find out.
That's
Anyway,
fair.
we'll just cut that out of the podcast. YouTube, you're welcome.
It's that extra. So, Josh, did you do the
Hello.
things? First of all, no, sorry. How was your week?
I
I
did.
want to be pleasant. How was your week?
The week was mostly good. Mostly good.
That's good. I'm
Which is
happy to hear
great.
that. Excellent. Thank you for elaborating so
Yeah.
fully there. So tell me, did you do your shit or did you not do your shit?
Okay, now that the pleasantries are over. Jeez, all right, Shell. I did my shit.
Excellent.
Let's see. I was going to spend 4 hours in my music production class, and I did. And let me tell you, first of all, you asked yesterday, like, how long is this course? One, it is still, yes, that incredibly long. But also, I realized by doing my 4 hours this week, part of the reason it's long is like at the end of a section or a thing, it's like, okay, go practice this. And like practicing or trying things out takes more time, which I count as time in the course. But like, so that's another reason it's very long, because like, it's like going to school. Like, here's how you do this math problem. Now here's your homework. And
Do
then
50
so like
more.
every little section, I play around with it a little bit more. So, which is great for learning, but time consuming. Anyway, I did that. It turned out to be a whole section, pretty much. Like I wrapped up a section I was almost finished with last time we talked. And then the rest of the 4 hours were pretty much doing a full section on compression. I'll tell you more about that later. But it was nice because I feel like I did like a module kind of a thing. Like it was a good chunk and it was one contained unit. So that was nice. And then the other thing I was going to do is I made a flyer for my songwriting group as you had suggested last week, and I have them in a few places, and I printed them out and put them in my car because I was like, you know what? I just drive around all the time, so let me just make sure they're in my car. So when I drive a random coffee shop or something I hadn't thought of yet, or I'm in a different part of town, I'll just stop in and put one up. So I did that. What you unstuckers missed is right before recording, I sent this flyer to Chell, and I said, "Look, it's funny, it's cute, it's got a picture of a kid." Yeah. And then I realized, oh, it looks like a kid's songwriting camp.
Accurate.
Which is not what I want to advertise.
The first thing I said was,
and I only realized
that's a cute small child who you want to play music.
Yeah, so I realized like, oh, it's funny, but it definitely screams children's summer camp. So it's a good poster. It's like a wanted poster, but it's got a little girl with a guitar. So I was like, oh, wait. So just moments ago, I realized I did my shit, but I did it poorly. And I'm going to redo my shit.
A- for
basically,
effort.
I'm just going to swap out that. What's that?
I said A- for effort.
A- for effort. Okay. All right. I mean, I think the effort was full blown. It was just misguided. That's what I would say.
Fair.
Anyways, all I have to do is replace that that stock image with a different stock image of maybe an adult, so that it looks like an adult summer camp, uh, and um, and then go to those 2 or 3 places I've been to, and switch out the poster and print out a whole bunch more for my car. Not a whole lot I have to redo, but a bummer nonetheless. Oh well, live and learn. Um, so I've already got my goal for this week because right before we recorded, I
Hey,
realized this
yo.
error. So,
All right, so very long
oh
story
well.
short, you don't owe the American Nazi Party $50.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. Now, um, let me first be cordial with you. How was your
It
week?
was pretty good. It's pretty good. Slow start.
Okay, did you get your shit done? I don't care about your week. Did you get your shit done?
You sound like me. You're
The
so
cordialness
mean.
is over.
Uh, I did get my shit done. So my shit to get done was
Okay.
going through the course that I had been through already. Um, and what's really
Mhm.
cool actually is that I I didn't procrastinate doing this, but I also didn't start it until yesterday. But the whole week, go with me here, the whole week, I went through a book called Free Range Human, and that opened up my mind to the different perspectives that one can have as a solo slash entrepreneur slash world traveler slash you make your own job, your own life. You are your boss. You are the bomb kind of person. Um, so
You are the
thank you.
bomb.
So that really helped my mindset in shifting, like, and I was able to get through the course really quick because it was kind of just honing back in on what I had already taken notes on going through this book, which was fucking awesome. Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm excited to share in a wee bit. A
Nice.
wee bit.
So what you're saying is, I'm not going to give some of your money to the National Riffle Association.
Accurate. And that we also might have to
Uh,
do an unstuck library on Free Range Human because it was that good.
I've heard good things about it. So yes, let's do that and sprinkle in some more coming soon.
All right.
Cool.
Without further ado, as I get my alarm here set,
No, let's further ado.
no doing further. You ready?
No doing
Steady,
further? All right.
go. 10 minutes on the clock.
Okay. Um, all right. So things I did this week. We went over what happened. Did you just spit up?
My beer exploded out of the side of my mouth.
I looked down at my notes, looked up, and you were like, "It is a super casual Friday." All right. So we already went over the flyer. Whoops. Uh, and I'm gonna fix that so we don't have to go over that again. Um, and let's see. So what else happened? I am on the wrong page of my notes. There we go. So I learned all about compressors. That was sweet. Um, it was just really nice that like my 4 hour in the course goal matched up with like, remember how I said last week, like I'm in this course and then it goes, now go take this mini course. It's basically a mini course on compression.
Yeah,
And so I love that it was like, I'm done with that mini course
nice.
right about like 4 hours and 10 minutes or something
Yeah.
like that. Like, boom, done. So that's lovely. Um, I think I need to spend more time doing. So, you know, coming soon, my goals are not going to include doing more of this course this week because I want to start implementing more of these things I've been learning and with the homework doing on my own
Yeah.
songs. So, um, and then I think that'll really help me solidify, and then I can go back to learning mode. I think my original was like, let's just power through this course, and I kind of realized at like hour 3.5 of this week, I was like, it was just like the wrong time of day. I was like tired and not able to input, and I was just like, I don't think I'm listening right now. I'm just staring at a
It's
screen,
the worst.
and so I stopped it and I went did other things, came back to it later, and like backtracked a few minutes and picked it up. But I realized like, oh, powering through is not the way to go. There's so much to learn here, and it's great that there is so much, but I need to do a little at a time and treat it like a, you know, eighth grade math or something where it's like a year long crazy thing, and here's a little thing, here's a little thing. Master this before you do this. Um, so that was kind of a realization this week, and so I think that's what I'm going to try and do going forward. Is like maybe do a section or a module as a concentration, maybe per month or something going forward. This is off the top of my head. I'm just thinking about it, but um, that which leaves plenty of time and room to continue songwriting and use those skills on making the songs that I record sound
Sweet.
better, right? I think it's a better balance of the thing.
So maybe for the
Um,
unstuckers, because
yeah.
like we're not in the music world, if you want to do like a quick
Mhm.
live on like a compressed song versus an uncompressed song, I don't know what that sounds like.
um, I can, I can, I can do a quick live on a compressor. I could compress the shit out of a song, like a complete song instead of like little bits of a track, like I'm learning to do
Yeah,
delicately and subtly. Like I could just compress the shit out of a track, and and make it
cool.
work.
I want to hear it. Yeah.
In fact, instead of a live, I will send you a track of me talking and then compress it and then uncompress it, and you can just put it at the end of this
Oh, fuck yeah.
podcast. There you go. And that you just know what that kind of sounds like. Um, in like very heavy-handed, not what you would actually do to a song kind of way, but just so you know what a compressor
Yeah.
does. Okay, so I'll do that, and for me and Chell, that'll be a while from now that's done, and for you, dear listener, that'll be in like 10 minutes, so maybe 20 minutes. How about them apples? All right. The other thing I did was I gave myself a raise, and the reason I wanted to bring this up is because it's not the way you're thinking. And I know you're thinking, dear listener, you're thinking, didn't you just say you gave yourself a raise like a month ago? Yes. Are you doing it again? Yes. But again, not in the way you're thinking of. One thing we often forget about, I do anyway, and I think most people do, especially when they're starting out, is there's two ways to make more money, or to have more money. There's two ways to have more money. One is to make more
Hmm.
money, make more income. The other is to cut expenses. Um, and I did the
you,
latter
you cut
this
some
week.
fluff?
I cut some fluff, and so essentially, looking at my personal income budget, I now have more money in my monthly budget because I switched cellular carriers and I cut my bill more, little over half down.
A
So
little
like
over
paying like
half down. That's a technical
40%.
term.
Yeah. Yep. I'm paying like 40%, 45% of what I was paying
Holy
before,
shit.
for essentially the same service. And I won't get into that because that all depends on region and what you got. But just a reminder out there, check your bills every once in a while. Call the companies, even these big check the companies, even these big conglomerates like Comcast or whatever, and say, hey, this is getting out of control, can you do anything for me? And sometimes they do, and sometimes you go to a different company, and that's fine too. But um we get into the routine of paying the same expense over and over and over
Yeah.
again, and we don't realize there might be wiggle room. So um that is that was my big realization this week. Was like, so I called a few places, like my insurance bill couldn't get that any lower, but I did switch companies on cell carrier, and that's saving me some money, so that's
Hell
great.
yeah.
Yeah, so just that's a reminder, like, look at your expenses, not just like how can I bring in more cash, but how can I let go of less cash, right?
Totes. Totes.
Totes. um Totes. I finished my backup trials, and it went well, and there was even a person I know who commented on the YouTube video last week and said, we need a quote like now. So I gave him a quote this week. So Zach, you got that quote. and so that's good. The trial ended well. I really, really, really love it for PC. For Mac, it's a little dependent, so it'll just be dependent on the person who comes to me and what they're looking for. It's great if you're looking for just your files and pictures to be totally
Yeah.
totally safe. Um, but iCloud backup does that too. So
External hard disk also
um,
does that.
external hard, yeah. The problem with external hard disk is everyone says they're going to do it and they never do it,
Mm,
and then their hard drive crashes and they come to me and they go, "Is there any way you can save this? Because I haven't plugged in my backup in over a year."
mm. Yeah, my computer always yells at me,
That
but
is
then I
the
remember to do it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Um, I'm glad you listened to your computer yelling at you. Most people go, "Yeah, I've been getting those notifications for months, but this is what it's like in the trenches of an IT business. People going, "Is there any way I totally messed up?" hmm
Yeah.
Either I spilled coffee on it or I didn't back it up. Um, so anyway, there's lots of ways to do things differently, especially on a Mac. Uh, so dependent on the person, but I'm going to hardcore start selling it for PC because I think it does what a nice quality Mac backup does for PC, which is amazing. So so that's good. So I'm going to go hard on that with the networking group next
Nice.
week, as I mentioned last week. And the SEO, the great SEO experiment continues. There's not much to update there. They're both working on it.
I feel like
So
SEO is slow
uh,
moving, at least initially.
it is. It's gonna be slow moving, so don't expect huge updates every week. But I'll tell you, both contractors are working on the websites
Yeah.
right now, and optimizing how fast they load, and putting lots of extra text for like what describing what all the images are, so that Google can read it because Google can't really read a picture, stuff
Yeah.
like that, and so they're just optimizing the crap out of both sites. They're telling me to add pages to both sites, which was expected.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of starting to figure that out because if you want this keyword, it'd be good to have a page about this
Huh.
keyword. And I was like, great.
Cool.
Um, so I'm going to be adding some pages to both sites and really focusing on saying the keywords as often as I can in the language that I
Yeah.
type up, and then I'll put the ball back in their court. So that is where I am. I don't really have anything else this
That's
week.
cool. Yeah, I think your biggest debacle was
Yeah,
just a small child on a wanted poster.
yeah. I mean, she's
She's
cute though,
cute.
right? Cute little girl with a guitar.
It's an inflatable guitar too.
Just
So like,
it is an inflatable. Yeah, it's important. It's an inflatable guitar. It's too bad. Maybe you can make maybe you can screen capture the little girl and make it the what do you call it,
episode cover?
the episode's artwork
Excellent.
so that everyone
I
can
can do
see.
that.
So look at the episode artwork, and that's the cute little girl with the guitar. But as Chell pointed out, um, looks like a kid's summer camp instead of
It's gonna
what
be
I'm
okay,
doing.
Josh.
You know, whatever. We all fail sometimes, okay?
I'm not saying it's a failure. It's gonna be great.
Now, here's the thing: as it is a failure, and as far as failures go, it's super tiny. It's great.
She is
So
super
whatever,
tiny.
we'll fix it. You're super tiny. Everyone's super tiny compared to me.
Accurate. Accurate.
All right, Chell. Anything else you want to say on my shit before we get to
um,
your shit?
no, that was some good shit.
Great.
Are we trying
Good
to
shit.
outdo how many shits Grace said this past Wednesday?
Yeah,
Excellent.
I think so because you opened with so many shits, so I'm just following
She had a
suit.
lot of shits. We also have a lot of shits.
I know. It's true. You're a little shit.
Whoa
I'm
there,
a big
buddy.
shit.
That was next level and completely uncalled for.
I think it was called for. I think you need to be called out
Damn.
sometimes.
This is real, guys.
For n- nothing in particular, but still called out.
Thanks, man.
All right. All right. You want 10 minutes to shoot the shit?
Yeah. No, I want 9:59.
Okay, I
God
can make
damn it.
that
No, I
happen.
just
Hold
want
on.
no, yes, 10 minutes.
All right, I'll give you that second back. All right, here we go. Super casual, this casual
Oh my
Friday.
god. Can I go now? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
Okay, hold on. We wasted like 15 seconds. We're going to go back to 10
oh
minutes.
my god, Josh.
Okay, when you're ready.
Go. Okay, cool. Um So I started reading Free Range Human last week, but I finished it this week. And this is the first time I've read an entrepreneurial book that basically is like the 4-hour work week where like you can live anywhere and do anything kind of thing, but more focused on one's personality and like their personality traits to create the most like perfect job for them. And like that job can have multi facets. It doesn't have to be the same all the time. Um, and that was really cool and also really helped me think outside the box. So I had a realization this week. I did more journaling in case you couldn't tell. Um, but I I created a
We need like
program.
a sound effect plug-in for Chel's therapy. Chel's therapy
It's
session.
not a therapy
Or
session this
not
week.
really
It's
therapy.
learning. Okay. So,
It's Chel's journaling.
oh my god. Anyway, I journaled more this week and I realized that I created a square and I'm trying to fit a square into a circle. Meaning that I created a program initially for a different demographic, and now I'm trying to squeeze that program into a circle, meaning busy moms who don't have time to take a 3-month long course and who don't want to. So that was hard to come to grips with because I spent so much time like doing it, editing it, and like attempting to sell it. So I feel like it's not wasted time, but it was frustrating to kind of come to grips with that. Um,
Hmm.
but that being said, I have a better outlook on what my potential clients need. Um, like not just from this book, but from also doing market research this past week, both on Instagram and in Facebook groups. I asked one question today on a Facebook group, and I was like, it was in a mom's like a working moms group, and I was like, hey, real talk, what does the 2 to 3 hours after you get home from work before your kiddos go to bed look like? And like half of them were just like, it's a shit show, it's chaos, like. And I'm trying to dig a little bit deeper now because I had probably 50 responses. That's the best one of my questions has
Mm,
ever done on any of those pages. So I
nice.
think that that's my mindset going into it because that's something like genuinely like I want to know and like I think I can help with that. So that was really interesting to get so much feedback on something that, I mean, it took me 2 to 3 minutes to write it and like figure out what I wanted to ask, but being able to like ask subsidiary questions like based off of their responses, I think is really cool, and that's kind of where the magic happens. So I'm excited to see how that goes. And then I also did an Instagram story asking a bunch of different questions. So I think my mindset has changed significantly even from last week. This week, Monday, I'm not going to lie, was slow going. Like I had a stupid bad headache and like didn't really start working until like 7 or 8 p.m., but I still got stuff done. Um but it's interesting to approach it from a different angle, right? So like now, if I sell my course, awesome. But I think my thing is, so again, going back to this book, breaking it down personality wise, there's an attractor, there's a connector, and then there's a trusted person. Personality wise, it lines up for me to be a trusted person, meaning making like one on one connections with people, really having genuine conversations and listening to them. An attractor is someone who's uh, like your top Instagram like personalities, right? Like the people who just like put their names out there and then they attract, or like an author, for example. Like they put themselves out there like in a book and then like they attract people to them. And then a connector is someone who like has conversations with all of these people. And like we can all be a little part of all of them, but like obviously like one is going to stand out a little bit more. So for me, it's building like actual like genuine conversations with people, and that's how I connect with them. So for me to sell a course, like a more intense, like expensive course, I need to be really friendly and like genuinely friendly with that person before I even feel comfortable doing it. So I think that that's interesting, and like knowing that about yourself is really helpful. So if you don't know what you are, highly recommend this book. Go check it out, Free Range Human by Marianne. Last name escapes me, but I got the first name right this time. Hey yo. Um
Hey, it's Casual Friday. You can do first name
yeah, me and
basis.
Marianne, we're besties. But it's
Mhm, mhm.
it was interesting just like seeing it from this perspective versus like, oh well, you obviously have to have Facebook groups, you have to do it this way because like that's what worked for them, but that doesn't necessarily work for you and your personality. So just having an open mind and being able to realize that like you can have a business based off of you, your personality, your wants, your needs, and like how you want to help people, I think is really important. Okay, so into more of a practical way of applying that, I've explored, I think I mentioned it briefly last week, Skillshare and Patreon. Skillshare, I don't really like how they what's the word I'm looking for? Like how they give back to the people who are creating the videos. Like it's a very small percentage that
Mhm.
like the artist, quote unquote, or the creator is getting back. So the platform is like someone pays like a monthly fee and then they have access to all of these like hundreds of thousands, I don't know how many people are actually on there, but like let's just say like thousands of videos. Um, but that's not necessarily like they're not necessarily watching yours. Like you have to have like X amount of watches within the first month and like X amount of completion, like video completions within the first month to even like get paid for it. And there's no like particular order to your videos, so people can watch all willy-nilly like, which is fine. Um, but I don't think that that's the platform that I want to go forth with. My question then is, I think I can monetize my Mama What's in Your Pantry and Winging It Wednesdays. Go with me here. So, Patreon is the platform that I'm leaning more towards. There's different brackets with it. So, they take 5% if you have one offering, they take 8% if you have three, and then they take 12% if you have five offerings. So, I'm not sure what I want yet, but I think I can charge $1 a person. And like if you look at Patreon, like this doesn't sound like a lot, but even Babish, like binging with Babish from YouTube, has different like price points. He charges 1, 3, 5, 10, and like 19 or something along those lines. So like people aren't charging a lot on Patreon, but it's just like someone offering their support. That's kind of what you're trying to achieve there and like gain their trust in like a community setting. So I was thinking my Mama What's in Your Pantries get like 100+ views every week and they're not watching live, but if I can download them and then post them so that they have to pay to watch them, that could be like $1 a month or maybe $2 a month, and you watch all four Mama What's in Your Pantries, or all four Mama What's in Your Pantries and all four Winging It Wednesdays if you don't catch it live. That gives them incentive to watch it live, which boosts me on Instagram. And if they miss it live, then they have to pay for it, which I think is still valuable. So that could be like a $1 to $2 purchase for them, which I think is really cool. And then the next level of some type of membership that I want to do, I was thinking maybe $5 a month, maybe 10. I haven't really figured this out yet, but I was brainstorming this out yesterday. And this is all just based off of like what people are already charging on Patreon. Um, so people want things quickly, they want things spelled out for them, and they also want to be shown how to do them. So I was thinking I can do like either a text or email. I haven't decided yet because this is one of the questions that I did in my Instagram stories today, whether people like text or email better. Um, so I was thinking maybe a text campaign where on Saturday they get a full blown grocery list of like what they should buy for the week or like what they should have on hand. Sunday, they get videos on two different ways to like make ground beef based off of what they purchased that week. So they're learning the flavors, they're learning like how to use those. And then on Monday, they get like an inspirational, like, you fucking got this, it's Monday, let's do it kind of thing. But instead of just being like a generic like inspirational quote, it's like done in like wellness cucina like style, right? Like it's going to be a very specific style. And then Wednesday they get
Mhm.
like a you fucking got this, it's Wednesday, hump day kind of thing. Or maybe we talk about flavors or pickiness or mindfulness. Again, I haven't kind of hashed this out yet. Um, and then maybe it's just four, right? So that's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Wednesday. Maybe they get something on Friday, or maybe Friday is just like, you know what, fuck it, it's Friday, let's eat some fucking pizza. So I think that this can be Oh, perfect timing. I think that this can be a really cool, different platform. And my business coach said, leave them wanting more. And I think that I think both of those leave them wanting more. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like that. I like that train.
Choo choo.
Um, choo choo. Um, did you say you got responses from whether they like
Yeah,
text
I
or
can tell
email?
you right now live.
Tell me live. Um, because I think that's interesting because inboxes are so cluttered. Even if you sign up for things, trying to find
Dude,
them is
fucking
hard. But
80% said email. But I think I want to do text.
yeah, but here's the thing. I was gonna say is text is gonna be harder to get people's numbers than get people's emails.
But if they're paying for a membership
So,
already,
mhm,
I ask for a phone number versus uh, you know.
yeah, I just think I think it's a good way
Okay.
to go. But here's why. I think you're gonna get less people who are willing
Okay.
to do that, but more follow through of the people who
Yeah.
sign up, right? So I think like instead of getting 100 emails, you might get 15 numbers, but I bet you 13 of those numbers finish versus like 5 emails finish out of
Yeah.
100, you know? So I think that's worth it because one, you don't want to just take money and run. You want to transform and give them
Yeah.
success, right? But two, the more high touch it is and smaller it is, and the more success you see, the more opportunities you have for testimonials, for your own feedback to make it better next time, et cetera, et cetera. So I think like, whatever the number might be, but just pulling a number out of my hat, like 13 people completing this and actually following through is way more valuable than an
I
email
agree.
list of.
And like it would be a membership, so like that would be something that they would get on a weekly basis, monthly. The topics would change,
Mhm.
you know? So I feel like again, I don't have prices down yet, but for $5, that's a stupid amount of value. I think I would charge more to be completely
Yeah,
honest, but like that's nuts, right? Like
yeah, yeah. And I would do a introductory launch price of something stupid, um, to get like even if it's like a cap, like the first 10 people, first 20 people get
yeah,
this price for life,
life.
right? Because if you get people who
Yeah.
do it and love it, um, and they can always pay that low price. You just basically got your marketing
Yeah.
team together, right? So it's worth giving them a ridiculously stupid price so that later you can be like, cool, the real price is this, and hopefully you get people who just love you and love the program and are like, it's still worth it at that price.
Yeah.
Go take it.
Yeah. Dude, so I'm excited
Yeah.
about this and I'm like actually like we talked about it last week. You're like, on Monday, are you actually gonna be refreshed about work? And I was not. I was not refreshed on Monday. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'm excited about this now that I have like a more direct goal that aligns with my personality better.
Yeah. Yeah. So some other notes are down. So if you're not going to repost the IG after it's live, are you gonna at least repost a clip so that
Yeah.
people can see the beginning of it and go,
Yep.
I want to finish that video and go to
Yeah.
your Patreon? Great. Um, and it's great that you're asking your community questions. Just make sure you're using their
Yep.
language. Like, do they specifically say, "Dude, it's a shit show after work"?
Yeah.
Great. If that's Chel's language, cut it out and use whatever they actually
Chaos.
said, right?
Chaos is what they've used.
Yeah, there you go. So make sure you're using that in
Yeah.
everything. Just pair it back to them, like, hey, is it chaos in your house after work before
Yeah.
bedtime? Because that's gonna resonate so much more. Um, but yeah, so just make sure. I love that you're mining them for details of what they want, but also mine them for language.
Yeah.
That's what I got. It all sounds very exciting. I'm excited that you're excited about
Dude,
work
me
again.
too. This was before we broadcasted this live, but I remember you were kind of in a work funk maybe like 3 years ago when I was still living in New Mexico. And
Uh-huh.
like, I was like, I don't understand. How could you not be excited about work? I get it now.
Happens to the best of us. Even Cel.
Cool.
Awesome. Cool. That's all I
Excellent.
had. Are there anything I didn't answer from your
No, I think that was
questions?
good. I really appreciate the feedback. I'll probably touch base with you this week to kind of just keep you updated on some details. Oh, guys, super excited. David comes home
Yay!
tomorrow. Ah,
Yay! After
4. He
months?
left January. Fuck, dude.
4 months?
Yeah.
Jeez. So are you gonna work this
No.
weekend?
Tomorrow, yes. Or Friday, yes.
That was a test. That was a test and
No,
you
dude,
passed.
I'm gonna be super, super lame, but a new Anna Kendrick movie comes out today. It's called Stowaway on Netflix. I'm so gonna watch it this weekend. Say something.
I, I have no comment. um, are you that much of an Anna Kendrick fan?
Super fan. Yes, Abby.
Okay,
Abby.
okay, very good. I mean, she's great. She's hilarious, but I that was a level of excitement I was not expecting.
She may or may not also be in Wicked. That's yet to be announced. Hashtag 2021 Wicked. What?
Oh, I watched that. Ah.
All right, guys. So if Anna Kendrick is out there listening, we can just be besties. It'll be great. Don't even worry about how creepy I am.
And
It's fine.
yeah, if anyone knows Anna Kendrick, she can join us on Casual Friday and talk about her life as an actress and how it's hard sometimes. Like how she doesn't want to work
Yeah, it's
fair. Too. I'm sure it happens.
Fair.
I sounded facetious, but I didn't mean it facetiously.
All right, Josh. We're
Anyway, so Anna Kendrick, you're welcome anytime.
Excellent.
Do you want to be on topic?
I was gonna ask you about
I
your
don't see why.
goals. You need to reprint your.
Oh.
You need to reprint your thing.
Okay. Goals. Here we go. On topic. Super casual. It's Casual Friday. I'm gonna reprint. I'm gonna redesign and reprint. Not redesign. I'm just gonna swap out images on that poster, reprint it. My goal this week is to touch. I think that's the best word for it. I'm gonna touch all my songs that I have in the works. Because I don't know if any of them are in a place that I can be like, it's going to be done by next week. But I've got a small handful of songs that are in various stages, and it's time to go revisit them with the knowledge I've accumulated the last few months on the course. So my goal is to at least open. Hi, Luna. Look at that. YouTube, there's Luna. This is who Cel is yelling at sometimes during the podcast. So yeah, so I'm going to touch all the songs by opening the files, playing through them, and seeing if there's anything I've learned that I want to do with them, if I'm inspired to do anything differently. But at least open every file and play around at least a
Caress
little
the
bit.
songs and play with them heard.
I'm sure. Yep, I'm sure that one or two of them I will go down a deep rabbit hole because that'll be exciting. And then 3, just I'm gonna reach out to my best friend Anna Kendrick and see if she wants to come on this show.
And throw things at
I'll just hit her up on Instagram. I'm just gonna hit her up on Instagram. Go, Anna, your friend Cel wants to meet you. Yeah.
Perfect.
I know you don't know me, but I claimed that you were my best friend on this podcast.
It's kind of a big deal.
Our podcast is kind of a big deal, but you can level up and be on our podcast if you like.
All right.
All right, Cel, that's
Excellent.
my goals. My real goals: touch all the songs and redo the flyer.
Holding you to the third one too.
Yours? Okay, I will hit her up on Instagram, see if she wants to come. I'm doing it. I'm writing it down. Hold on.
Okay. So my goals, since you asked. So my goals, since you asked. I need
Hmm.
to do more market research. I need to figure out if this is going to be viable before I start spending time creating this kind of outreach, whether it be via email or via text. So my goal this week is heavy on the market research, um, through various Instagram questions that I'm going to continue to ask my clientele. Um, I think I need to start asking on Clubhouse too, because there is a significant mommy population there, and I can get immediate answers back on Clubhouse, which is really awesome. Very specific answers too. So I've been neglecting that, but I need to hop on Clubhouse and do that. And then lastly,
Hmm.
using Facebook groups, not my own group, other people's groups, um, to ask these questions. And I really need to make sure that I'm using, like you said, their language, because that's what really gets the most traction. And I think saying real talk for whatever reason just like breaks down the barriers, and people are just like, here is my life. So that's been really helpful as well. So that's my goal this
Nice.
week. That's your goal this week. Anything else you want to say to the good
Love it.
unstuckers out there? Oh, join us
Um,
on Clubhouse tomorrow or
yeah.
today. Join us on Clubhouse today, kiddos. We go live at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Club House, the House de Club, and you can talk to us. We're real people, we swear. You can talk to us live. Josh is kind of an animated character on Clubhouse, and I just have really big hair and cute glasses that I don't actually wear all the time. And you should definitely talk to us there.
That's a great
Excellent.
description. It'll make more sense when you actually join us on Clubhouse.
Okay, guys. Well, it has been a fantastical, super wonderful cash fry.
It's
Trying to
true.
find my outro. There it
Yeah.
is. Hey, guys. That's a wrap on Casual Friday. If you have a question for Cash Fry, shoot us an email at unstuck.institute@gmail.com or hit us up on Instagram at unstuck.institute. And if you haven't already, download the free PDF lifebook to keep the ball rolling on your own productivity. Get your lifebook today at unstuck.institute/lifebook. As always, have a fantastic weekend. See you next week, guys. Ciao.
Well, the broadcaster voice is back. Bye, guys.